Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to race day number 4 of the Mountain Bike Junior Festival 2026 in Austria, in the middle of Austria. It's called the Green Austria, the Green Heart in Styria district of Austria. Today, it's the shortcut race of 1.1 kilometer and 50 meters in the high. So we are ready to race less than 9 minutes, and then we have a really fast sprint one with about over 20 ladies fighting for the victory. Today, also a lot of possible at this short way, 1.1 kilometers, but it's over 8 laps for the ladies, so 1 start lap plus 7 laps. So we're excited who is the fastest one today, and we have a lot comes today also with the live stream. It's a short race. We will see also with a drone and so on, so please stay tuned from all over the world the last day. So we have people from Sweden, Pennsylvania, the US, also Republic South Africa, Turkey, and so on. So the whole world is fascinating of this Mountain Bike Junior Festival. And afterward, we have the winner award ceremony next time, award ceremony at 6:30 again. But today we will start the race of the ladies 3 o'clock, so in less than 8 minutes at the moment, and then the man will start at 4:30. So we're excited to do. And now we have good conditions, very warm today, about 29 to 30 degrees, and a bit of windy, not that windy than the last days. But yeah, now it is 10th of July. It's the race day number 4. A bit tired, maybe, I think so. Was it the party from yesterday? Not sure about this, but now we're ready to go. So everybody who sits on the couch, on the table, whatever, so stand up, shake your bones. It's time to race again. Now with the ladies at 3 o'clock of the Mountain Bike Junior Festival 2026 with the XCO C3 shortcut race. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to race day number 4. So we have a lot of umbrellas because of the weather, and we told you before, about 30 degrees today. A bit of windy, but not that much, as you can see at the beach flags. So the ladies are ready. Who is in the pole position? The numbers 66, Hugenborg Marte, 61, Angel Lily. She could be maybe the favorite of today of this race, we will see, but a lot of strong women also. The winner of the team relay yesterday, Pink Anja, the Austrian hope for this race. 63, Streitlana, German one, also a very favorite rider today. Last time, 3rd place again. So that's the pole position, first row, standing, of course, off the starting numbers. And the next 2 lines behind, also very fast ones. With number 70, the back, Dikov Anouk. She was the fastest time yesterday at the team relay. But now have a look to the official commissioner. So we have the last seconds to go. Totally concentrated, full control, and that was the gunshot. Very good start for 63 for Streitlana, but now all 3 coming to the very tiny situation over here. The start is about 5 to 6 meters, but after 20 meters, it's very tiny again. So we are in the live stream again, very dusty and windy. Now, suddenly, Evil Gravel, we will see them in a few seconds when they come together to this critical curve. Here they are, 1, 2, 3, and the big, small gaps between the first riders in the leaderboard. 8 laps to go, so when they pass start-finish again, we'll see the number 7 for 7 laps to go. And when we have a look to the riders, it's a red jersey. That should be Streitlana, the German one. I'm not totally sure. It could also be Schmidt's Chill on the 2nd and Angus overtake to the uphill. And I think it's Angel Lily. I'm not totally sure, but we will see it in a few seconds. Back to the live screen. There's the shortcut. The audience also going crazy the left side with chainsaws and so on. It's a very good fan base also here. Yeah, it was right. Streitlana, the leader. Angel Lily only a second behind. And the first leader group is very tough and close together. Ewalds and Molly, she was on the 3rd place yesterday with the team relay. 69, 70, and a bit more behind than we thought. But they're all in one pack. So in this sprint shortcut race, nothing decided so far. So we have a very excited race. U11 Woods, we have 2 small jumps or gaps. And it's always a possibility to make some mistakes over here. So totally concentration, the focus should be very high through the woods. Still the red jersey in the front, and it's the German one. It's Streitlana as the leader, but second. Very close, Angel Lily. So no time to rest in this first step. But here's the gap, about 4 to 5 seconds. And it's difficult to see which starting number exactly it is. But now they're back to the feed zone, so it's only 1.1 kilometer long race with 40 meters in the high. So it's like a sprint race. Still in the lead, Lana, but Lily is waiting for maybe a mistake or losing power for Lana. But nothing happened at the moment at the lead, the board. So they go back to the uphill again. New different camera angles. Lana still in the lead. Lily is on her rear. 64. It's Schmidt's Chill, the old lady from the Netherlands. 71. Ewalds and Molly is reachable for the lead group also. Then a small gap. 65. Triple Sofia is the next one. And now we have the Lemon Trail again. With this gap, not that easy to ride. But the 2 German and USA lady have a bit more gap to the Netherlands. Schmidt's Chill. So are they in a good mood, or was it maybe a bit too early, this attack to the lead? We will see what happened with their power management. 7 laps to go when they pass the start-finish line, and now they come back. So we have 3.5 minutes on the time. So it seems to be 4 to 4.5 minutes lap. But there they are again. Lana still in the lead. Lily tried to overtake, or is she waiting for the best moment? Maybe at the uphill again. It's a technical feed zone and not at uphill. See now, she takes the left side, I think so. Yeah, Lily gains the lead. The US lady gained the lead for Lana. Is Lana just a bit waiting and resting? We will see it at the start-finish line, or maybe it's at the uphill who is the decider of this race. There is the start-finish line, and they will see the number 7 for 7 laps to go. Lana is not that far away behind. Lily gains the lead to the second lap of this race. A bigger gap between them. There we can see 6 seconds behind Hugenboom Marte, and only a few of a cent of a second. It's Schmitz Chill and Pink Anya. Their next 3, so they're fighting for the 3rd place at the moment. Evelson Molly on 6, Giardi Vittoria 7, Lemloch Lore 8, Gaudel Emma 9, and Stiko Vanuk on the 10th position. And the gaps are very close. The most gap between Herman Maya in the 13th place and Angulili are 30 seconds at the moment. But there is nothing over. We still have a lot of time to race. 82 Tunzel Natsiver from the Turkish national team with 5 minutes for 1 lap. So when they keep the pace, we have a time 4 minutes and 18 seconds, 7 laps to go. And we have a look back to the race. Angulili try to escape from Stride Lana, but only 3 meters like that. In the first lap, Lily, the US man, overtook here on this uphill, but this time it's different. Stride Lana is now back on the rear wheel of Lily. The gap gets bigger between the 2nd and 3rd place, and there's the 3-pack with Schmitz Jill, Hugenboom Marte, and Pink Anya. So the follower field is close together with 3 riders. The audience is totally crazy in the world with 2 changed at the moment. Who is followed now? 66, Hugenboom Marte, Pink Anya, and Schmitz Jill. But also the number 70, Tiko Vanuk. She overtook a lot of people, so she was 10th before, and now I think so about 7th place. And remember, that's just lap number 2, so you have to manage your power very well. U11 Wood again. Let's take a roll break. Oh, Lily. Lily is in a very good mood. She's faster than Lana in this section. Had a gap now for more than 3 to 4 seconds. Was it a bit too early, this attack? Or is Lana, she did too much maybe in the first lap? We will see. She's on the feed zone. Got some water in her neck. And Lily looks to the left and okay, the gap getting bigger, but is it big enough for the next 6 to 7 laps? We will see. Lily's going uphill again into the woods, and the second Stride Lana, with more than 20 meters now. Who's on 3rd? That's also very exciting and interesting. It's still Hugenboom, I think so. Pink Anya is on here, real Schmitz Jill. So this 3rd place is, of course, not fixed. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ladies who can manage the 3rd place, and it's a fight for the podium, and of course, a very important point. And maybe also the title of the Queen of the Junior Festival. Tomorrow is the last day of this World Junior Festival with the great final. But now let's back to this actual race. Stride Lana with a very wide jump in this gap section. Yeah, the gap between second and 3rd, it's way bigger than before. So the first 2 ladies are in other universe, I think so. And Lily, she increased the gap more than we all thought, we have to say. Lily is now on the opposite straight to the start-finish line. She seems to be very good and fast with her knees and legs. That's Streitlana, we know her for the last race. She never give up. And as today also, 8 minutes and 40 seconds. And Angel Lily from the USA national team is coming to lap number 3. Lap number 3 for the leader, Angel Lily. She is in a good mood, a bit of smiling, I think so. And she goes through the dusty, windy finish, straight line. Streitlana, the second one, the runner-up. She's still good in mood, I think so also. Well, with a bit gap, he's getting more. 7 to 11 seconds now, the gap between first and second. Who is on the third? It's a big pack, so nothing decided yet. At the time, exactly. Okay, the bit of tactical race. 5 ladies fight for the third place. Hugenboom, Pink, Schmitz, Dikov, and also Gerardi Vittoria. The 5 ladies are between 2 seconds, so nothing fixed for this podium place. Of course, not fixed for the first and second, but these gaps are so close, and I think at least it's a tactical race now for the third place. Caldel Emma is only 2 seconds behind this pack, and Evelson Molly only 3 seconds. So for them, also everything possible for the podium. Daimloch Lore has 10th position, only 6 seconds behind this pack, so also possible for her. Jochum Nele a bit more in the back, 20 seconds. Wilms, Mirte, Hermann Mayer, and Zunzel Nazive, and we're waiting for 3 ladies left at this third lap to go. So let's have a look back to the lead. We're at the live stream to the shortcut, and she's fighting for her win. Angel Lily still in the lead, and it looks like a comfortable lead. Streitlana still fighting for her second place. But of course, everybody wants to win. But even more excited at the moment is this pack on the fourth place. So we will have this pack now in the shortcut. The lead of the shortcut still Hugenboom, I think so. Yeah, here she comes. Hugenboom Marte, still the leader of this pack. Then it is Dikov Anouk. Suddenly Dikov Anouk is part of the game. 71 also Evelson Molly. 275 Lam Loch Lore. They fight for the third place, and it's between the third and the 10th place. There are a lot of points between. U11 Woods, Streitlana. Fastest section. Pretty well and good. Yeah, the US ladies skipped the team race yesterday, so maybe they take 1 day more to rest. So there's the pack in the U11 Woods. Still a close call. When we think about yesterday, Evelson Molly, she was behind the Israeli rider, and then she told me at the interview, and then it was time for her to overtake, but it took some time. It is maybe the same strategy as yesterday. The pack is now in the feed zone. The gaps increased a bit more at the moment. 2 Netherlands riders are in the front of this follower group, but Pink Anya, don't let them go so easy. Oh, Streitlana still with a big gap in this jump, so cool to see how fast and how many times you get with this jump. Important to be on the left side because right, big roots. So now it's the follow back to Netherlands. 1 Hugenboom and Schmitz Jill, also Pink Anya. So 1 every second, a new one. And we will see, is this follow back close again at the start finish straight? And now we have nearly 14 minutes on the time, so it's time for Angel Lily again for the next lap, lap number 4. Still in the lead, comfortable lead. When look, where is Streitlana? It takes some time. Streitlana is coming now to the start and finish line. And before there were about 11 seconds, I think it gets bigger, the gap. 13:35 to 13:54, nearly 20 seconds. So 10 seconds again more on this gap. And Streitlana, maybe think about it. Is it possible to win today? But everything could happen. We know we had the crash at the first day, for example, for the US man in the last lap. So lap number 3, now the follow back. Dikov Anouk is now a bit more in the front than the other one, but it's a close call as before. Hugenboom on 4th, Pink Anya 5th, Cordel Emma 6th, Evelson Molly 7th, Giardi Vittoria 8th position, and Lamdock Lore still have the fingers to the podium with the 9th position. Schmitz Chill now on the 10th. She got a bit behind, 10 seconds behind this pack. So between 3rd and 9th place, they're only less than 7 seconds. Jochum Niele, the German one, 14:56. So they raced now 15 minutes. So good to see also here when we look to the Höllbacharena, it's called the area of this. The pack with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 riders, so close. Still so close, this tactical thing, but maybe we see some unexpected at the finish area after this lap. Now back to the shortcuts, there we see how close it is. 70, Dikov Anouk, Pink Anya, 69, Cordel Emma, Gerald Vittoria, and 71, Evelson Molly. So they changed some positions in the wood and maybe at the feed zone. So still a wide fight between 3rd and 10th place. Yeah, and for the lead, seems to be everything clear so far. Still with over 20 seconds in front. And your Lily Streitlana, the runner-up, still 20 seconds behind. And after Streitlana, also a big gap. Before at the split time, it was, more than 20 seconds. So the first positions are pretty clear. But we see the whole race. It is a close fight for the 3rd. After this wood section, they have gaps between maybe 5 to 10 meters. But now the follow field a bit more to the length. So we will see if there is a decision now for these gaps and maybe of these podium places. Dikov Anouk still on leader of this follow back, and a close call again to Gerald Vittoria. Now is a bigger gap between Evelson Molly and 66 Hugenboom Marte. Did he maybe too fast start Hugenboom? She was always in the 3rd place and she lost a bit of pace. We think so. Hopefully not too much, but we will see. And the next one, bit of behind Schmitz Jill. At the screen right bottom, we see the lemon trail with this gap at the beginning. Later, still Angulili. She passed the next start-finish section. She's now lap number 5. So the audience today, pretty wild and loud. It's good to see the crowd in the woods and everywhere else. Second, now on the way to the split time Streit Lana Angulili, 18 minutes and 23 seconds. And for Streit Lana, 18:54. So the gap for about 20 seconds, it's still the same, so it get no bigger. Is it a bit tactical from Lily? We will see. Or does she have problems? I don't think so at the moment. So you're right to wait for the decision. 70 and 68, Dickhoff and Pink Anya. They're now in our own group in 69 and 90, Caudel and Gerard Vittoria. So at the moment, this big pack of a follow back is Dickhoff, Anouk, and Pink Anya. They're two together, only 3 cents of a second. Then 5 seconds behind the next pack, Caudel and Gerardi. Also a two-lady group. Then Ewald and Molly, a bit of her own at the moment. Hugenbomante, she fell back, 8 seconds behind Molly. Lemloch Lore is falling, and Schmitz Chill at the 10th position. They're the top 10 ladies at the moment. And they will fight for, of course, the award ceremony. The best 10 are invited to the... Invited is everybody, of course, but they will get something. And, of course, on the podium, Schmitz Chill, and she has a very big gap to the next one. So the top 10, if nothing happens, should be clear so far for the last 3 laps. But we don't know what happened to the end. So when we look to the other side of this area, it's a closer call again between the second and third follow back, between Dick of Pink, Caudel, and Gerardi. They are close together again. So now we see it on the live stream. Also, Dickhoff, Anouk, followed by the rear wheel from Pink Anya. Is she waiting maybe for the right moment? But she can't wait too long because Caudel, Emma, and Gerardi Vittoria, the two are following in a very close way. And Evelson, Molly, she's fighting again as yesterday. And she don't want to lose this time in the forest. And there we have Hugenbom Marte still more behind than before. And Lamloch Lore is also time for death. There we can see some supporters with shaking bodies and so on. Good to see. So Lily just passed the Flow Rider cam section. So when I see it live through my eyes, it seems to be that Streit Lana maybe get a bit slower because the follow-up pack is a bit closer than before, but we wait to the split time and we can see it more than before. It was 10 seconds, 20 seconds about. We will see if this gap getting closer or even more. So Flow Rider section. The follower field. Still Dickhoff, Anouk. She pulls Pink Anya to the uphill. Of course, Pink Anya, local hero. A lot of fans here for Pink Anya, her home track. Now the gap a bit bigger than before from Gerardi and Caudel. And Eva Zemol, the Sweden rider, she don't give up. She know there is maybe something possible at the end, as yesterday in the team relay. So the opposite straight finish line, again, it is Angulili who leads the field with a demonstrate way. Domination lady of the race today. She passed the start finish line for her 6th lap. Still in the lead. Still a bit smiling, I think so. She passed the start finish line, 23:18. So now it's important that we know how far is Streitlana behind. Was it only viewable that it looks more, or is it also on the time? Difficult to see. Wind is less than before. And Streitlana passed the start finish line, and it is near 30 seconds. So she fell more back than before. But now is the important question: is it possible for Tico Vanouk and Pink Anya that they can close up this gap for Streitlana? Visible looks not that less, but we will see. Before we remember about 17 seconds, and now Tico Vanouk go through. But it's more. It was only a false view from my side. 25 seconds, so it should be clear for the first and second. But Dikov and Pink, they are so close. There is only, we have to wait for the situation where Pink is starting the turbo, or is it Dikov who have the last reserve of it? Everton, Molly, over the start-finish split time, 8 seconds behind Kodal Emma. And Gerardi and Kodal also a pack of these two. And Everton Molly is a bit on her own, so it's important for her that she can maybe close up to Kodal Emma and Gerardi for a better position. We will see. 2 behind, she is very safe. Hugenbo Marte passed the split time, nearly 15 seconds behind. Schmidt's Chill just passed the split time. And also passed Lamloch Lore, she overtook it. So Lamloch Lore at the moment the 10th position. And there is a safe gap to the next one, so the top 10 are pretty safe. Still very close, Dikov and Pink. Of course, would be a podium for the Austrian at their home area. Would be very cool, of course, for all the fans here. But nothing fixed at the moment for the Netherlands and Austrian one. And 69, Cordell still behind Girardi. And there is Everton Molly. Still fighting. Is she a bit more tired than before? We are not sure exactly, but still in a good 7th place. And today we have the 80% rule from the lead on. So we have at the moment 3 ladies who don't get it. So they get off the finish line. If you miss somebody in the live stream, 3 ladies are off the 80% rule. 76, as I can see, the Israel national team. 77 also. So Hermann, Liebermann, Basela, and Kerschbaumer are off this 80%. So there's still 13 ladies in the race. So let's have a look back to this race. Here we see Everton Molly, Lana Stride on the bottom through the Lemon Trail. But I think the gaps are too big for the first 2 ladies. There will something happen. But the 3rd place, as we can see here, is still on fire. And once again, it is Angulili pass by this section as, absolute leader. Nothing to discuss over here. So Lily is enormous in the lead. No problem for her. Hopefully no defect or a technical failure will stop her, but it looks very well at the moment. Streitlana, the second one, also in a big gap behind, but also in a big gap in front. But who will be on the podium? 2 laps to go. Who will be on the podium? It's still a close call. I see it's Dickhoff and Pink. The 2 ladies are like glued together. And Pink Anya. Is she waiting tactical for the last lap? We will see who have the most power to this final end section of this shortcut race today on the 10th of July. 29 minutes on the clock. So they're together. It's once again Dickhoff and Pink in a very close call. Who has the best and most power to the final lap and run? The gap is pretty high to the next one. And they overtake again 69 and 90. Now it's Cordell Emma before Gerardi Vittoria again. And they're 11 seconds behind the fight of the 3rd place. So I think it's a close thing between Dickhoff and Pink, and between Cordell and Gerardi, it's also not clear who is on the 5th place. 71 Abelson Molly, now nearly 20 seconds behind. She can't get the pace of the 2 of Cordell and Gerardi, but she don't have to cover up to her behind because it's also pretty clear over here. Hugenboom Marte should be the next one. Have a Netherlands duel, Hogan, Boom, Schmidt. The 2 should be duel, and they're a pack of 3. It looks like a pack of 3, and it's Schmidt's Jill, Hugenboom Marte, and Lemloch Lore. So these 3 ladies fight for the best of the top 10 results, 8th, 9th, and 10th position. So we don't forget the 80% rule. So we'll see if we will pick out another ladies. So Tunzel Nazife is still in this 80% rule. That's pretty good on 11th place. So we switch back to the flow rider. 61, no problem for Anglo Lily. She seems to be good, and it looks like a big victory for her today. At the last times, all 2nd place. Today, Eva Dorpev is not here, so is it the right decision today? Yeah, the next one out of the 80% for her, it's over for the 85 for Joachim Wilms Mirte. So in a few seconds, we will hear the bell for the last lap. Streitlana is on the lemon trail. Angulili is near of the start-finish line again. So that thing is nearly done for both. But who is now on the 3rd place? We look for the lemon trail. Now it's very important. Was there an attack of Pink Anya? So lemon tree, I'm not pretty sure, but I think it was Dickhoff first. And I think Pink Anya is back, I think so, as I seen it in the live stream. Last lap, but now for Angulili. Last lap, still in the lead, very comfortable, and a big, huge lead for her. So with a time at 33 and 2 seconds in the lead for his last lap, and it looks like that Streitlana is away faster now at the moment when it's right. And it's very fast because they're only a gap less than 90 seconds. So she gets some seconds, but is it maybe a tactical way from Angel Lily and she spare his power for the next day, for tomorrow? So we will see, hopefully, or is there something other problem? But it looks still fast for Lily to the uphill again. So I think it's too late for Streitlana. But now who is on the third? And yeah, it was right, the scream. Tika Fanouk started the turbo and power machine. She is in a huge gap before Pink Anya. Happened there something? We haven't seen it in the live stream. And the Austrian even fell back behind the next one, behind Kodelama. It is Pink Anya. What happened here? To the fight on the third place, the podium now behind the US lady Kodel Emma suddenly. So also this pack of Shiradi and Kodel split it up. 90, Shiradi Vittoria. She can't get the pace anymore. So we have Angus, Streit, Dikov, Kodel, Pink, Shiradi. And what about Evelsen Molly, the Swedish one? Okay, she can't get the pace. And she is not at the split time. As seen in the 7th place. So the ladies started some special things at this last lap before the last. Here in the screen, Streitlana through a shortcut. Here is Evelsen Molly through the surfing line, 40 seconds behind, so nothing to do for Molly. But this 7th place is clearly fixed also to the front and behind. But now what will happen? The two Netherlands riders are in a close fight for the final lap. Is it Hugenboom or Schmitz-Gill? At the moment, it's Hugenboom, but they do in a comfortable way. So they wait for the decision and the attack of the last lap. 75, Lem Lochlore on 10th position, can go the pace from the Netherlands ladies. So, and just a USA supporter walked by with a smiling face. No problems here for Angel Lily. Let's see to the floor rider section. Here she comes with a bit of slower speed now, but I think that's a tactical power management for Lily. Next one out of the 80%, Tanzil Nazife. So we only have 10 riders left for the top 10 here. Streitlan is coming through the floor rider section. Nothing to do to front and to back. So the first two are pretty fixed. But now the gaps are bigger than before. Also for Dikov, who started the attack. 17 seconds in front of Kodel Emma. Now we have the screen of the Lemon Trail to this big gap. Next one out of this 87, Jochum Niele. So what will happen next? The gap greases a bit less than before, but as we told, it's a tactical thing. And now she comes. Here she comes. The big dominator of this day, the US national team, still in the lead. And it is a very big win. The victory for Angel Lily. She come through. She bent her arm. She's smiling. Congratulations for a huge win here. Angel Lily, USA national team. And when it's possible, Lily, please wait for the first interview when the race is over. Streitlana, what a race again for the German lady. She's breathing. Streitlana just 15 seconds behind, so it was more than 10 seconds more than before. Streitlana, very good second place for the FH Schwalbe Trier Stevens mountain bike racing team. So the first of the podium are fixed. Yeah, we want to make interviews, so if you hear us, it would be cool after it. And here she comes, the third place. The podium is fixed now for Tikhoff, Anouk. What a race! Long time on the 10th position in the first laps, and then suddenly it was the attack to the fourth, and now a very good third position for Tikhoff, Anouk. And she made all the hopes for the Austrian podium done. 69, Cordell Emma, also what a race at the last two laps. Fourth position for, again, USA national team. And now here she comes, 86, Pink Anja, die Lokalmatadorin von den Crazy Cross Bikern. Wie lange hat sie hier gekämpft? Und jetzt ist sie auf der 5, auf dem hervorragenden 5. Platz hier. Ein sehr guter Platz hier für Pink Anja von den Crazy Cross Bikern. Hat hier alles gegeben. Schaut doch gezeichnet aus. But next one is arriving at the finish. Girardi, Vittoria, the Italian one. KTM Academy Marmotte on the 6th place. 20 seconds behind Pink Anja. 4 riders left before we hopefully can start an interview. Here she comes. Evalsen, Molly. Nothing to do to the 6th place, but no problem. Less than 8th place. It's Molly. So, but there is a close call for the two Netherlands. Who is on 8th and 9th position? Is it Hugenboom or Schmitz? It could be a sprint on the start-finish line. But first, we have Evalsen Molly. Congrats to the 7th place. Very good top 10 results. But now, who have the most power to the last 30 meters? Is it Marte or Chill? Both from Netherlands. What will they do? It looks more than Chill. Then for Mate, who is on the 8th place, a sprint to the finish line, and it's a close call for Schmitz Jill, I think so, a very close call. So from the time, it's ex aequo timing, it's totally the same time, with 40, 36, and 4:04. I had to ask them who is really on front, but Hugenboom and Schmitz, the same time on the split time. We will see. Is it also ex aequo result? We will see. Lemloch, Lore also in the finish with the top 10 result. And I think that's over because the other one are over the 30%, 80% of course. And so I want to go to our winner, Angu Lily. Give me 2 seconds. Angu Lily, what a race. 37.53. It was a bit of tactical, right? The last 2 laps?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of at the beginning, we were all together. And then once I pulled away, I just kept it steady, tried to relax in the woods. And yeah, just rode on my own for the rest of the race.
It seems not to be a very relaxing day for you, sweating and so on. When did you start the perfect attack against Streitlana? He was all the time behind you.
I don't know if it was a perfect attack. I just tried to go hard up all the climbs and then keep it smooth on the descent. There wasn't really a particular spot.
And it's pretty good. And yesterday and the day before and so on, yesterday not it was a team relay, but the first day is always on the 2nd place and so on. But this time, the great victory. How happy are you? Is a big stone of your heart falling down?
It's pretty exciting. I'm hoping that I'll get a race against Eva again tomorrow. But yeah, it was a good race.
Very good race. That's Angu Lily, and the gap before it was over 20 seconds, and at least it was less than 15 seconds. Was there a strategical one, or was it only power management, or do you have something technical?
Sorry.
It was a power decision for you the last 2 laps, so you lost a bit of gap between Streitlana.
Yeah, once I saw that there was a gap, I just didn't push quite to the limit because I didn't think it would close in those last 2 laps. So I did. I think I fell off a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah, pretty good. Congratulations once again for the great victory, and you, Lily. We'll see us at the award ceremony at 6:30. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to race day number 4 on the Friday, the XCO UCI 3 shortcut race. And when we look behind, we have the starting grid preparation for the man race. First, we had at 3 o'clock the ladies, and it was very exciting. Made the first and 2 positions totally clear, but then it was a big fight between 3rd and 10th position. When we look to the pole position ride, we have on the 6, Scholnik Noah. He should be the big favorite of today because the winner of the last 2 races. We have also Schmitz Green on the right side, the Netherlands one. With number 1, Bristol Daniel from Republic South Africa also, and with the 4, Leibovich Dolev. So a very strong first row here with the pole position. And we'll see them because now the track is again to 5 to 6 meters, and then it gets way tinier at the beginning after 30 meters. So it's a close call at the beginning. And at first, the ladies race, we had a bit of tactical race after 5, 6 laps. There are pretty management the power situation, but today we have at the man race 10 laps to go, and we have 44 riders on this race. So it could be a very exciting tactical race, and it's very important for the start first who is in the lead and who can gain the lead. A lot of uphill section on only 1.1 kilometers of length and about 40 meters of height, so a really short race. At first we had the ladies with about 4 minutes and so on. So we'll see what the man will do. So it will be a close call. And the last preparations are here. It's 4:34, I think, yeah. So 6 minutes left for the start. And so stay tuned for the live stream all over the world, about 15 cams. And so we switch to the leader group and so on. So keep on racing. We're excited for this decision of the man race today. So we have the starting grid preparation for here. A lot of umbrellas. Why? It's pretty warm today, about 30 degrees, and it's less windy than the last days. Good for all the beach flags and so on, but a bit too hot maybe over here. But for the rider, everything's good. We see some 2 minutes. Okay, 2 minutes. We see some orange cooling vests and so on. So they have pretty much things to do. The pole position, the first line, it would be pretty exciting. Who gives everything at the start for the first meters? Very important, as we've seen in the latest race, when you're in the lead in the first lap. So who can get this power? 44 racers are here. And maybe the big favorite is Scholnik Noah. He won 2 races Tuesday and Wednesday. But also Balak William, pretty fast man over here. So we are not sure what will it be. And it's a different race than the last time. So it's not so easy to overtake. And we had a lot of overtake scenes where they try to, and sometimes they wait very long, maybe too long. But we also had at the latest race a lot of power management to the last lap. So we have one thing in the air. It's called 1 minute to go. We'll start maybe a few seconds earlier than normally is. The starting situation and preparation is done so far. The yellow border is gone in a few seconds. Then we concentrate for the start, for the important start. First row with the fast ones. Engyu, Schmidt, Scholnik, Balok. So a lot of very fast men. Yellow border is gone. So we concentrate to the start. Watch out, in a few seconds we will see a lot of dust, a lot of wheel spin, and the full power management of the youngster man of the Mountain Bike Junior Festival 2026. The gun is in the air and we wait for the shot. Here it is. That's the start of the short race. Who gains the lead? I think it's the number 3. It's Engyu Thomas. And it's very dusty. Is there a crash also? And that's the way I told you. It's very tiny over there. From 6 meters to 2.5, 3 meters. A lot of dust. I hope everything is well so far. There was the road empty. And it's very dusty. What a start. The man with the elbows out in a very critical situation. So the whole field a bit in the lang at the first 100 meters. So everything is full of dust of the racer. Let's have a look to the live scene over here. The one with the red helmet goes uphill. He tried to escape, but another 10 men don't want to have it. So give me some time that I can organize myself for all the starting numbers. They're all giving full speeds to the uphill again. Now we have the shortcut section. Engyu Thomas, the first. This is the one, the lady race, and now he's also in the lead. Schmidt-Quinn, part of the game of the leader group. 11, Handler, Neve also. So a very close call. Difficult to say who is now the fastest in this first seconds, the first minute, better to say, the first minute of the race. There we can take different lines, so that's why a bit confusing for all people who are the first time with this live stream. And we broadcast all over the world. Very good system over here for the Italian one. So U11 Wood. Now we can see how big are the gaps after this. Right, still in the lead, Engyu Thomas, followed by also Cohen Boas, I think so. Bach Quirin also. It's so dusty, it's difficult to see the starting numbers, but I think you know your relevance and the team members know who is here in the front also. So the riders now all over the whole track, nearly at the beginning. Flo Rider, there we can see the starting number. Still in the lead, Engyu Thomas, but it's a very close call. Schmidt-Quinn on second. There was overtake very fast on the left side. So this whole pack, all the men don't want to escape the leader group. So nothing to say clearly how this race will end and go on. 10 laps to absolvate, so they were still in the first lap. Now the big gap, a bit of more gaps between, but it could be the safe gaps again because of the tiny and tricky conditions here. But it's very dry, as you can see at the dust, so it's no slippery. So they go through the lemon trail. Each second another driver. Now they come back to the Opposite straight finish line, and there's a bigger gap, about 10 meters. Is it enough to escape? It should be. Angel Thomas again and Quinn Schmitz on the second. The third, oh, that's overtook. Schmitz Quinn get overtook. I think so. And we have a time way under 4 minutes for the men. So they are very fast. Who is the leader after this first opening lap? And there are 9 laps to go. And it is still the number 3, I think so. Angel Thomas still in the lead. 14. Bacher in second, Schmitz Quinn, and then it's Scholnik Noah who is waiting for his chance to overtake. That's the first group. But then the second group, it's very, very close. And the road gets tiny again. There are 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 riders in this follow group. So let's have a look at the timetable. Angel Thomas just less than a second in front of Bacher. Schmitz Quinn third. Scholnik fourth. Midion Shacket fifth. Bristow Daniel sixth. Handler Niv 7. So there's the gap between fourth and sixth one. And there's the Klose Julius 9th. Löfgren at the 10, Caio 11, Biotto 12, Siegel 13, Railer 14. So these guys the 10 guys are in a so close gap. So this race is far away from over also for the lead. But can we see maybe attack from Scholnik Noah as the last races? Suddenly he's here and he's here again. He overtook 2 in a row. That's the uphill for Scholnik Noah. So is it time again? I'm not totally sure. We'll see it in a few seconds later. Now the shortcut again. Still Angel Thomas in the lead, but he's followed very close from Scholnik Noah. Is it now the time to shine again for Noah? So early, 10 laps race here, but now they're in the second. In the meantime, it's very dusty also in the forest, and the follow field is a bit more in the length than before. But Angel Thomas still in the lead. But is it Scholnik Noah? Maybe he can attack once again with his increasing power. We will see. So we have 3 minutes and 45 seconds for one lap. And the audience still on the mood. 2 changes left and right side. They will give the power to all the riders. A close call at the lead again, I think so. So we're waiting for the flow rider section. There we can see it more clearly, but I think it's still Thomas in the lead. Here's flow rider. Angel Thomas still in the lead, only less than a second for Scholnik Noah. And 14, Bacher is now also in this leader pack. So the first 5 are very close and the follower field even more close and more riders. So difficult to say who has the better pace today. It's more a power management race again. And when did they start the tactical things? Lemon Trail, 1 by 1. So that's the leader group, ladies and gentlemen. That's not a follow field. It's the total leader group. So anything could happen at this race of a 10-lap race. Now then, lap number 2. And in nearly 30 seconds, we see them again when they entered the 3rd lap. So Thomas still in the lead, but followed on his rear wheel from Scholnik Noah. He's on 2nd. Question is, how long is it the attack of Noah? Yeah, it is. It is the attack to the lead, and he gains the lead in a short way for the splits time. Only a few seconds before they entered the next lap. It's Scholnik Noah again. He started the attack, and he will come as new leader to the next lap when I saw it right. And Angel Thomas gave everything. Yeah, it is Noah in the lead. Thomas, 2nd. Bacher 3rd, and Schmitz Quinn on the 4th position. They're very close, with 2 seconds. The next field is coming. Caio, Helem, the Estonian, Klose Julius, Mediona Shacket. Also very good race today for the Israel national team. Then 4 seconds later, Biotto Mattia, Handler Neve, Siegel Leopold, Cohen Boas, Löfgren Siege, Rayla Charlie, Balog William. He's a bit slower than we thought, and Kitchim Aaron 802, Van de Vin Tim, Salapolis Bela, Brandl Leonard. So they are very close all together. And as we see, it's so dusty on the straight finish line. So it's the sentence, eat my dust. It's very real today. So back to the screen. Noah still in the lead, but it's a close one. And the next one, Engju, Bach, and Schmitz don't want to lose the pace and the gap to Noah this time as the races before. And we still have the 80% rule. So if you are slower than the 80% of the leader, you picked out. But at the moment, nobody is in this region and area. Schmitz Quinn, 4th position, and he chased by the next one, Klose Julius and Kari Hallen. So now we see the shortcut again with the follow field, the big follow field. The top 10 positions are not fixed yet. U11 Wood, Noah still in the lead, but not too much. Angel Thomas, don't give up for this battle of the win. Through the dusty wood, also with the 18, one by one. It's so close, and the field is very big with 44 races. So Florida, good scene to see how big the gap is. Noah do it in a comfortable way, and he's already fighting Angel Thomas, but also Bach Green on the 3rd. Schmitz Quinn don't want to lose time, and he's all on full power for the 4th place. A bit later now, a few seconds more for Kajo Hallen and Klose Julius. They're coming a bit later now. The question, is it only a temporary gap or is it for longer? And this cycle car race is on full power when they come back to the 4th lap. 11 minutes now on the time, so it doesn't take that long when they come back. And here he is, Noah. He coming back to the opposite straight line of the start-finish area. Noah with a lead of about 10 meters. So a bit more than before. Angel Thomas still fighting for his podium or maybe for his win. So it looks like the Scholnick with a bit of gap, and then it's a 3-pack of the fight for the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th position. But of course, the fight of the 2nd. Scholnick Noah is coming through start-finish line to his 4th lap, followed directly by Engju, Bach, and Schmitz. So that's a 3-pack for the 2nd place, but there are only three seconds between Scholnick and Engju. So is it a tactical race from Scholnick, or is he giving everything? We are not sure exactly. The next one, following also the bigger group, but a bit less than before. Siegel, Klose, Medioni, Händler, Balog, Revlier, Löfgren, the best 12 riders, and then number 12, Cohen Boas. Van de Ven Tim, and we're waiting for Viotto Mattia. Here he is. He lost a few places. And Brandlina, Zagali, Poliapela, Copelli, Gioli should be the next one. And they're close again. They overtake them all each other the whole race long. So a bit more windy would be good for the dust at the straight of the finish line. So it's near foggy. I don't know if you see it right on the cam. So back to the leader group. We have the shortcut. Noah still doesn't escape than the last races. At the moment, they switched position. Angju at the 3rd place. So he lost 1 place, but it's so close. That's not a real bad thing so far. Yes, still hot conditions, but it's nearly the same than the race. The race is hot and on. 3 and 5, so nothing changed between the second, third, and fourth position. But the gap between Schmidt and the next one is way bigger than before. So it's crystallized out that it is a threesome fight for the second place. So also over the split time again, Seilraffer also. And now we have everybody, Tuiskatari on the 41 of position. So not everybody started here with the 44 as the list. So back to the race. So once again to the start finish split time, and I think it's between the second and third and fourth. There's another new gap for this race, but nothing changed at the lead. It's still Sholnik Noah who comes through the start finish line. A bit more meters than before, but it's not enough for a clear race for him. Sholnik Noah entered the fifth lap, followed by Bachber in the second, and there's a bit more gap between Engyu and Schmitz. They lost a bit of time in this fourth lap. How much is it the time? For 3 seconds between Scholnik and Bach, and 4 seconds between Bach, Engyu, and Schmitz. So still a close call, of course, at the halftime of the race, nearly halftime of the race, but there is bigger than before. Then bigger back about over 16 seconds. Kajo Herlin, Balog, William, very close together. Siegel, Leopold, Klose, Julius, Handler, Neve, and Medione Schackert, the best 10 riders at the moment so far. But Ria Charlie only 1 second behind the top 10, so still possible for this race. And the elbows were out, of course, today. When we look to the opposites, Noah with a comfortable lead, but not too comfortable, still fighting. Bachgerin, the German one, is still fighting, and the two men behind Schmitz and Engyu overtook themselves all the time. So, Noah in the forest, followed very close from Bachgerin. So this comfortable lead is gone from Jolik Noah. Not that easy race today for Noah than the last time, we think so. Optical, it looks like that Noah have to do a way more than the last time. But we don't know exactly, is it maybe his power management and he spare his power for the last laps? We will see. So in the meantime, we have the 51 over the split time. Hugilas, the Switzerland one. And over here, Gobeli Giole, the 28th position at the moment. And on the 30th position, Bristol Daniel with 70 minutes 29 so far, near of the halftime when they have the 5 laps finished. So Noah, 5-6 meters in front of Bachgreen. He's fighting for his maybe victory. Schmitz Quinn left a bit Engyu Thomas behind. Started maybe too fast for Engyu Thomas. He was in the leads the first 2 laps, but we just thinking about. They told us, they tell us, they show us what they have on power left at the end of the race. That's a very good position of the lady in front of the camera. Very good. Yeah, better, thank you. At the critical jump over there. But now the 80% rule is coming. We have the 28 out of the race. Pina Habib, the Turkish man. He was out of the 80%. It's also for the 44, Janosi Akos from Hungary. The same for 56, Seidel Raphael, the local hero from BC Scheinstadek, Austria. So a lot of people went out. Götz van Kesselsheim, the Netherlands one also. And it's the same for Tusk Davri of Estonia. So these riders, you won't see them again in the live stream because they're over the 80% rule. But here he is again. Scholnik Noah over the splits time again. Followed, fighted hard from Bachgreen, the German one. And Schmitz Quinn with number 5. Still on the fight. So don't lose time. Angry Thomas, he's fighting, but he's not too far away from the podium side. Only 4 seconds behind Schmitz Quinn, but they're changed something, so they are even race for their own and not in the pack again. What about the places for the 5th place? It's 9 and 13. Balak William and Carlo Herlen. Once again, the number 13 on the head, his number. So they entered the 6th lap now. And the gaps are, let me see at the timetable, 4 seconds between Scholnik and Bach, another 4 seconds between Bach and Schmitz, then another 4 seconds between Schmitz and Agnew. So the first every 4 seconds a rider is coming, and then 17 seconds later it's Kajo Herlen. So the first four riders, I think that's the match for the win and for the podium also. That's not totally clear who will win this and who is on the podium. And then we have a lot of fights for the top 10 results. Important for the award ceremony at 6:30, also on live stream a bit later. So what happened next in the finish area? 31, it is through. Moshini Kevin, the Sweden one, and also Leibovich Dole from Israel. So that's the top 20 are through. And we looking back to the forest and to the fights for the podium. That's number 13 at the moment. Kajo Herlen on the 5th position. And number 8, Siegel Leopold. He wants to fight also for this good point. No one now a bigger gap than before when I saw it right. So there happened something. 14, Bachgreen made a bit slower, or is it Schmitz Green who is faster? Was it maybe too much power agreement from Bachgreen? He fell back in this fight for the win. Is it the time to shine again for Scholnik Noah? He's a dominator of this Mountain Bike World Festival. It's a pity that he don't get in the team relay yesterday, so it would be a very great fight for the king of the Mountain Bike Junior Festival. But you have to ride every race to be a king or queen. So that's the reason why you're not on the overall system here. But a very great point. Again, I think so for Scholnik Noah. Here is the fight for second. It's Bach and Schmitz. Of course, Schmitz Queen want to be in the podium. He's 5th and 6th and 7th place at the first 2 races, and now he wants this podium so hard. So he had to fight down Bachgreen, but it would be okay for him in 3rd place also. But of course, if you see the second one only a second before you, then you want to be the one who beats the 2nd position, of course. So we had a lot of 80% men also out of the race. Conker Martin, also the 57, 58. Schladenbach Louis also. And here again, Scholnik Noah, once again, the leader. And now you can say maybe the future winner, because he increased the gap way more than before. And it is Bach Quirin who fell back to the third place. Schmitz-Quinn overtook him just 40 cents of a second, so that's incredible from Schmitz-Quinn. Was it a bit too hard fight for Bach Quirin? And that's the question. 7 seconds behind is Andrew Thomas. Is he now possible for the podium? Can he fight down Quinn also, who is a bit more slow than the last lap? We will see in about 4 minutes again. Balak William now on the 5th place, nearly the same time than Kayo Herlen. So Balak William started to fight here also for the best places in the top 10 result. Siegel Leopold on 7th place, and then we have to wait for the next one. It's Klose Julius, the German one, Roelie Charlie, and Handler Neve. So these 3 guys are very fighting hard for the last top 10 results. Next one, Medione Schacket, Viotto Mattia, Van der Ventim, Irish Philipp, Löfgren Sige. The 15 riders are through, so we will see what about the 80% rule. Back to the live screen, shortcut, still Schmitz-Quinn for Bach Quirin, but not that big far enough as before. Andrew Thomas is fighting through this shortcut section, and he hopes he can do something with this podium also. It could be again the 80% rule. And when I look here, I think he's coming back again. Unbelievable how fast and which time it is. No, it's not. A bit complicated. The whole track is full of riders. Not the time for the next Noah Festival again. So he go through with the 17 Tetsim Ehren. And a 3-pack also. The last over the finish line, Schmidt Jano with 23rd position. Flow rider, there we can see Noah again. And a long time, nobody to see. So Noah is back on his time to shine. What a man, what a rider. Again, very fast, and the man he has to get beaten. Schmitz-Quinn and Bach Quirin. Bach Quirin recovered a bit, I think so. He's followed by, he follows Schmitz-Quinn. There was an overlapping also. Sometimes not that easy to see. It just only have the screen. Only when they pass the start-finish area, then I can see it live. Schmitz-Quinn on the lemon trail in front of Bach Quirin. Now he had to fight that he don't lose too much time. So once again, 80% rule, this time for the number 40. For Robin Kilian, the local hero also. So now he's coming back, opposite straight finish line. We have once again, the leader, Scholnik Noah, to his 8th lap in a few seconds with a big gap again. And Schmitz-Quinn still fighting against Bach Quirin, who had the most power of them. Scholnik Noah, the leader, passed the start-finish area with 27:34. And it's Schmitz again, but the gap is not even here, only 1-2 meters. Schmitz-Quinn on the second, just a half second later, Bach Quirin. And Andrew Thomas still with one eye on this podium. He's just 6 seconds behind, so he's still able to do something against Bach and Schmitz on this fight for the podium. Balak William also in a good mood. He's 11 seconds behind of Andrew Thomas, so he has the possibility for a very good position. Kayo Herlen, 6th place for him with the 28th time. Then the next one is the German one again, Siegel Leopold, with 1 minute behind the leader. And then the next fight for the top 10. It should be the close call again between Klose, Relier, and Handler. And it is exactly like that. Relier at the moment in the front for Klose and Handler. But Irish Philipp just 2 seconds behind. So he won the top 10 result also. Viotto, Mattia, and Van de Ven just 7-8 seconds behind this fight of a top 10 result. And if you are at the top 10, you're part of the award ceremony at 6:30, also here on live stream. At the live stream now, we have Schmidt's Queen, and Bachkurin is on the back reel of Schmidt's Queen. Angel Thomas still fighting, don't want to lose too much time. He wants to stand on the podium as his sister at the race before. Yeah, it looks so easy for him, Scholnik Noah. It looks in a very okay cruising way, but he should watch out because in the first race he crashed as a leader, just lose about 10 seconds. But that is today too close. He can't afford this crash, so better to stay focused and on the line. Schmidt, Bach, and Agnew, the next 3 fastest men. Beautiful views with the sun and the dusty thing at the U11. Flow Rider, there you can see the gap even more at this uphill section. Still Noah on the way to his 3rd win in a row at the solo race. Yesterday the team relay USA not on the start. Here the second, the run-up, Schmidt's Queen and Bachkurin, 2nd and 3rd. And out of the race, the 17, gets him Ehren, because the 80% rule. Kara Mattia also out of the race, and Hugi Lars, the Switzerland one also. Very great for them, but of course 80%, it's always a hard decision. 2 laps to go, and in a few seconds we see him again, because it's time under 4 minutes for Noah again to pass the start-finish line with a comfortable leading gap to the last 2 laps. And he still followed 20 seconds at least later from the 2 fighters of Queen and Green. But now the leader again, Scholnik Noah. 2 laps to go. He's on the way. So what about the gap? I think now we can think about a real safe win again for Scholnik Noah. About not a safe second for Schmidt's Queen. Still Bachkurin in his back, on his back reel nearly, and they're only about 3/10 of a second. Nearly 20 seconds between Noah and Quinn, but this pack of second and third are very close. 8 seconds. Anglo Thomas lost 1 second to the pack of the 2, so now he had to think about when it's time to shine for Anglo Thomas to get on the podium. That's still not fixed in this area. Belloc William on the 5th, Kayo Herlen on the 6th position, and now it's time for the German one, I think. So for Siegel Leopold with number 8. Yes, it is 7th, and he is a minute behind the leader. So the first 6 are in between 1 minute, and then it's over 1 minute. 32 on the clock. Big fights also here. Irish Philipp, Klose Julius, Rivier Charlie, and Handler Neve. There's a big fight for this top 10 results, but Irish, Klose, Rallier, and Handler, they're the 4 riders who wants to fight to the top 10, but it's not that easy. 2 laps to go for them, so who can increase his power management the best and the most. Van de Ven Tim as 13th position, still in the race. Medione Shacket also now on the 14th position. Gohan Boas on the 16th, still in between the 80%. Löfgren Siger, the Sweden one, on 17. Schmitz with a bit more gap than before against Baccarin. Is it now the time for Baccarin to let him go, Schmitz-Quinn, or does he have any reserves on his power on bike and so on? We are not sure exactly, but that, I think, it's the most exciting fight for this podium, second or third. Or is it Anger Thomas, the surprise? Is it possible for him? When we look to the opposite, there is the gap, maybe 50 meters between these podium chances. It could be a bit too much, but we will see. It's not the end so far. Baccarin, bit more in the back than before. And we see the Lemon Trail, Skolnick Noah without problem through this technical section. So once again, what a way for him. 39 Schmidt Jano out of the race of the 80%, and now we have only 20 riders in the race. And here he comes in the next 20 seconds. We see him again, and the bell is in the hand of the official commissioners. So it's time for the last lap. What can the riders do? Schmitz-Quinn looks like he did this before, so just 10 meters. But now all eyes to the leader for Skolnick Noah, and he hear the bell for his last lap. One time again, less than 4 minutes on his lap. No problems for him. He did very well again. No way against Skolnick Noah, I think so. So one good lap for him, and everything is clear. Over 20 seconds in front. But now is the duel of the race. Schmitz-Quinn still 50 meters in front against Baccarin. In seconds, it is 2 seconds. So that can happen anything at the uphill. What about Anger Thomas? Whereas with the number 3, only he's fighted by Ballock William. So I think for the podium, that's the less power for Anger Thomas. It's more a fight against the 5th position, against Ballock William. He looks quite fresh and so on. He could overtake Anger Thomas, and I think he would. But let's don't say too much too early. Kaio Helen on the 6th position. He's covered the front and the back, so nothing for him. And Siegel Leopold also very in a good mood on the 7th. But now the pack of the 4 are coming, and that would be very exciting because that's a top 10 result possible. 4 riders. One of them is not at the award ceremony. Who will it be? They have 1 lap time for this decision. We have Klose, Irsch, Relia, and Handler. At the moment, it is Klose for Irsch, Ravier, and Handler. These 4 guys managed this last lap. Who is with the award ceremony and who is not, as the, not very happy 11th position. So now let's have a look to the screen again. Who will be on 2nd, on 3rd? Ballock William chased down, as we thought, Anger Thomas to the 4th place. Looks good for Ballock William. Anger Thomas falling back in this last lap. No change for him. He did maybe too much at the 1st and 2nd lap, but he was a very good leader also. But at the end, it's Ballock William with all his power who fought down Anger Thomas at the moment. But we will see what happened at last. Schmitz-Quinn with a 10 meters gap against Baccarin. I think this thing is done. Schmitz-Quinn, very good on the 2nd. Very good points for the overall King of the Mountain Bike Festival 2026. Hugh Leavenwood now switch the cam to the leader. Nothing to do against Skolnick Noah. He's cruising and fighting once again. All the guys down of the over 40 riders also. The audience still in a good mood with chainsaws and so on. So they're screaming all the first long, a lot of local heroes also. Here is the Lemon Trail. Once again, the tricky section looks good. No problems for Skolnik Noah. So in a few seconds, he will come to the grass again. And then it's only rolling with a bit of cycling to the finish. And once again, the support of the USA national team is smiling all the way, of course. The winner, the ladies, and another smile for the USA national team. He's coming to his last curve. Ladies and gentlemen, we present once again nothing to do against Skolnik Noah in his third race. It is his third win. Skolnik Noah from the USA national team do it now in a comfortable last way. He comes too straight to the finish line. And we cheer him up, ladies and gentlemen. Here he is, the winner of the week, the dominator, Skolnik Noah, once again from the USA national team. What a race! And no, it would be cool after the race. An interview, it is possible. So when you can do it, it would be good. He looking back, the second one, Schmitz-Quinn, the Netherlands. What a race! Now he is on the podium with a very good second place. Bachgoin on a manual wheelie has the power to make a very fashionable last meters for him. And on the fourth, he was fighting so hard. Balog William on the fourth position. He fought down Angry Thomas, the Slovenian man from Bratislava. Slovakian man, sorry about that. And here it is, Angry Thomas was the leaders first and second, but then he had to let him go. Balog William on the fifth place. 8 and 13. It is Siegel Leopold who fought down Kayo Herland, 6th and 7th. But now all eyes to this last decision. Who is at the top 10 result? Very important. We have Klose, Irsch, Ravlia and Handler. And they're coming not too far together. It is the 22, Klose Julius, in front of Irsch, the two German one. And 27, Revle Charlie on the 10th place. He is part of the award ceremony. And Handler Neve, he couldn't go this pace with 11. Handler Neve on the 11th position. Oh, that's the place you don't want to have, but somebody had to do it. With 41, he can't go this sprint at the last. Handler Neve. Wow, what a race again with the positions. We had in the finish the next one after 11, Van de Veen Tim. Then it's Viotto Mattia, 13th place, 41 minutes and 23 seconds. And a few full of hand races are still on the track. And I hope the leader, Skolnik Noah, is here for interview. It would be great. 18th, Medione Shaket with a very good 14th place. He overtook a lot of riders also here. And we wait for a bunch of people. What a race for the 7, 8, 9. They're giving everything on this Höllbacharena, the Mountain Bike Festival 2026 at this C3 shortcut race. Congrats also for Cohen Boaz, 15th place for the Israel national team. They did very well today. Again, also, next one here is Brandl Lennart, der Deutsche auf dem 16. Rang vom DRK Victoria Wombach Feistel Racing mit 42. We have here Leibovic Stolev, also the Israeli one, and Moshini Kevin, the Swedish rider. And we will have an interview with the first. Her good, we're interested what was his tactic today. Also a very great win for Skolnik Noah again. And it was no sort of cruising than the last race, I think so. But we will see what he have to say. We're waiting for the last one, and then we switch to the interview for the first rider, for the big winner, third win in third race. What a race. So the next one, and I think so the last one, is on the way over the finish line, and it is number 30, also from Sweden, I think so. Yes, Lufgren Sige, of course, with 43 minutes, and then it is over. 19 riders out of 42 are in the finish. And so it is Skolnik Noah who won 4, Schmitzquin and Bachquerin, the first 3. Then the next places, Balog, Engyo, Siege, Kayo, Klose, Irsch and Ravillier. Charlie, he is the last of the top 10 riders at this man shortcut race 2026. So give us 2-3 seconds and then we have the interview with the great winner of Skolnik, Noah. Skolnik, Noah, 3rd race, 3rd win. What a feeling.
Yeah, it's amazing to be here in Austria. Win 3 of 3 races so far. It's a pretty good feeling.
The first 2 races you had a big gap at the beginning, but today you need some time to this. Was it more strategic or the power management? Was it the reason for today?
Yeah, it's a really fast course here, so it's more strategic. Using your power on the climbs, kind of waiting on the flats and seeing how everyone's feeling.
Very good. You had a gap about over 20 seconds at least. They're only about only 15 seconds. Was it a management for the last lap or was it your power who's gone?
Yeah, I was just pushing the climbs really hard, recovering on the flats, just trying to make sure I don't overextend myself because we have another race, but making sure I have enough to come into the finish line with a decent gap.
Tell me something about the track. Is it very tricky or is it the core? Is it okay? Is it fair enough for everybody? Can you say about something?
Yeah, it's super fast, very tight, lots of turns, good tech. You have to have good technique on this track, and yeah, it's a really fun track to race.
You seem to be not sweating anybody. Is it not that hot than we think so?
It's still pretty hot right now. I'm covered in water.
That's a good call. So we see us at the award ceremony at 6:30. Congrats again. And yeah, what do you want to say to your colleague of the UCNL Nation team, to Lily? So 2 US on the first podium side. What do you want to say to her?
Yeah, congrats. It's pretty cool to have 2 US on top here. And yeah, see you at the award ceremony.
Very good. So thank you and congrats again.